All right, Foodie Jules here. Very simple recipe I'm doing today. I'm just making some sausage gravy. It's the weekend. I was craving some biscuits and gravy. I got this New York style sausage company. I guess the irony is it's made in Sunnyvale, California. New York style sausage company, pork breakfast sausage. Got this at Winco up here in the Northwest, about $4 a pound. Very consistent price. Today, yeah, I'm just making a basic sausage gravy. Very, very simple recipe. It's basically just sausage, butter. You make a roux. You're basically making a bechamel sauce, so basically butter, flour, milk, and sausage. And ideally use some of the sausage grease. This sausage runs fairly lean for pork sausage. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna brown some sausage. Brown some sausage first. Once I get this about browned, I'm gonna probably add in some flour to make a roux, and then we're gonna add some milk and make the gravy. But I'll show you, once this guy's browned, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing next. All right, I'm just showing you what I'm doing with the sausage. You wanna break this into little chunks. Now you don't want everything separated out into like little grounds. Like you don't want it to be like loose ground meat. Some chunks are good, but basically just brown this until it's cooked all the way through. Then we're gonna go ahead and add the flour and then brown that flour, or toast the flour rather, not brown it, and then add the milk and we'll make our gravy. All right folks, my sausage is browned. Now, if you can take a notice, if you look closely here, and let's see if I can get the camera, the crumbles here in the sausage, there are some big chunks. They're not like little grain separated grains of rice. We still have sizable chunks of sausage. What I'm gonna do now though, is I'm gonna add some flour, and we're gonna brown this flour. What the key here is really to add equal parts flour and grease. I'm kind of guesstimating right now. I added about 2 tablespoons of flour. We're gonna go ahead and cook this out. Now the important thing here is to keep stirring. Like especially if you're like me who likes to run on high heat, this will burn very quickly if you don't stir. I'm using a non-stick pan. It's kind of a cheat, so I don't have to worry about like the bits getting stuck. But you want to stir this pretty continuously just to make sure that nothing burns. You're going to cook this flour off for about a couple minutes, maybe a minute. You just want to get that raw flour taste out of the flour, and then we're going to add milk. All right, we've just about browned this meat. I'm gonna go ahead my milk into the mix. Now the milk kind of looks funky because it's in the freezer. But basically we're just gonna let this tighten up a bit. You can see it's boiling right now. I'm gonna crank down the heat a little bit just so that it doesn't overboil. But you're gonna get this to a little bit of a boil, and then we're gonna cook it on low until it thickens up. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and add some black pepper. Usually I just use black pepper. You can add white pepper if you like. It's non-traditional, but black pepper is usually the way to go with a good sausage gravy. I love a lot of pepper, as you can see. I am adding a ton of pepper. But yeah, let's let this sauce tighten up and I'll show you kind of the end result. All right, I kind of got cut off. I added a little Cajun seasoning. The gravy is nicely tightened up. This might be too thick for some people. I kind of like it thick. Actually, but I don't know. I might actually dilute this. This is a little thick. I'm gonna plate this with some refrigerator biscuits that are in the oven, and I'll show you how it looks. All right, Foodie Jules here, check it out. We got our beautiful sausage gravy, some impressive looking buttermilk biscuits, or butter biscuits, I don't know, buttery biscuits from Winco. These came out really nice. Probably packed full of preservatives, probably not good for you, but this meal is a cheat meal. But let's go ahead and give the biscuits and gravy a try. I kind of like to have them separate just so that the biscuits don't get soggy quickly. But let's give it a taste. A little bit of biscuit, a little bit of sausage here. I think growing up in the South, there's something definitely comforting about biscuits and gravy. I don't know, it's really a Southern thing. I think people who aren't from the South of the United States, of course, don't have this kind of attachment. to biscuits and gravy. What I like to do though, is I'm gonna add a little hot sauce. This will plus it up a bit. Eat that with some of the sausage gravy. And you got some mighty fine eating. And yeah, this is Cooking Jules. Just showing you some of my weekend breakfast. And yeah, take care folks. Hope you enjoyed this content. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.